Today in Sports Report, the guest of the program, Erden Tilemisov, is a person who has been training as a champion with football, children's tournament in the summer and winter, and the hero of the program, Raim Muratov, the world champion of Thai boxing. Life is something inexplicable, multifaceted, and magic creation of the world. A person is given a chance to become happy and successful, as well as educated and grateful, and respectable. To understand and accept necessary time, as you know, it is not stopping for a while. You should appreciate and love your life, because it is impossible to return back to hours and minutes that have gone past. Not everyone can find themselves in this world. Some people travel throughout the planet to find truth in their own way. Some people don't think about their lives and they live it up. Some people even in their youth can understand what they have and they can achieve their goals. Erden Tilemisov is a person who can survive and overcome with difficult moments in his life, and in spite of everything, he was successful in his favorite business. Now he is one of the brightest representatives of our domestic film and media. This is also not the whole range of possibilities of this talented man. He has a great amount of experience in various Republican TV channels, starting from entertaining programs for youth and finishing with sports TV projects with the participation of the brightest stars of our sports. At that time, I was 30. I got that something was wrong in my life. It's not running in the way that I wanted to, so I decided to try myself in TV. At that moment, I couldn't even dream about films. To find myself and choose my way for a future movie hero, I could only start 30 years later from the starting point in my life. The reality show Invasion helped me, after which new horizons were opened for Tilemisov. Then he decided to start life from a blank sheet. He got engaged in what he got interested in.
И для себя я сделал вывод, что в принципе то, что как человеку с периферии.
I came to the conclusion that, in principle, a man with peripheries, when we look at TV people and filmmakers, we think that it's impossible. We think that we have to be a Superman to do it. TV people and filmmakers are also ordinary people like us, but they are the ones who do work in their favorite job. I came back to Karaganda after the reality TV show, and I finished all of my work and moved to Almaty.
В Караганду после реалити-шоу, закончил все свои там дела, собрался и переехал в Алмату.
Tilemisov's passion for sport helped him to achieve his goals. Since his childhood, he tried to disappear into the gym, and on the sports field, he tried to deal with different sections, but not as much as he had hoped. After moving from Karaganda to Almaty, he was seeing life in the southern capital, and every time it brought him new challenges. The dream to become a TV presenter was not realized immediately. I started with a simple administrator of the Superstar KZ, while the second, third, as I remember, and then it was gradually rising to a channel coordinator. So I began my television career. Tilemisov got his first acting experience in 2005, and this date became the beginning of his film career.
Моей телевизионной деятельностью, то есть работа на телевидении, меня постепенно стали приглашать на съемки видеоклипов.
On my television work, I was gradually invited to shootings and filming in video clips. Those who rotate in the music involved me in the roles of thugs in the clips, evil people. In my first sample of the clip, I was a bodyguard and a limousine driver.
Моя проба в клипе была, я был телохранителем, водителем лимузина.
Erden was often proposed to play negative roles, such as thugs or criminals. He got his main role in the movie 7 years later in the movie 25th Kilometer.
Мой типаж, мое амплуа актерское, оно ограничивалось.
My type and my role was limited with acting as big, evil people, whereas a batur, a gangster, something big and evil. And here I was offered the role of a good-natured guy from a collective farm. So the main passion and enthusiasm for the bright representative of film and television is sport, especially Thai boxing. In the training, he feels like a fish in water. The discipline, character, and endurance of the athlete became the main secret of his non-athletic success. Taking any challenges that he faces, like sparring with a worthy opponent, Tilemisov always boldly enters the ring. He knows that the winner appears in battle.
И я уцепился вот за муай-тай, мне само нравится, это, наверное, самый жесткий вид.
I like Muay Thai very much. This is one of the hardest sports and one of the most masculine. In Muay Thai, besides hands, the boxers can use his legs, such as Taekwondo players. We also involve elbows, knees, and we clinch, and that is also something like wrestling. I think that if someone has talent and is close to Muay Thai, nothing can scare him.
Если он обладает какими-то навыками муай-тая, то есть тайского бокса, ничего не страшно.
In real life, Erden Tilemisov is a positive person who has excellent grades and enjoys every minute of his life.
Меня довольно часто спрашивают, почему у тебя все время хорошее настроение. Я отвечаю...
I'm often asked the question why I'm always in such a good mood. Being a student, I decided that life was too short to spend it in desperation and thinking about what could happen tomorrow. I live for today.
В отчаяниях, в раздумьях, что будет завтра. Я живу сегодняшним днем.
The match takes place in any season, exactly in such a way that the children's football tournament can be characterized, which took place in the southern capital. 8 teams took part in the competition, and several of them presented the Almaty club, and also the regional team from Issyk was applied. The tournament is at a very high level. All the teams are demonstrating mighty football. In each team, talented children can be distinguished. I think scouts should be present here. Many good and talented children can also be found here. I won't choose a particular team. The tournament has been tense until the last minute. Everything can be sold here. Everything takes place in the fight. The intensity is very good, and our guys are getting good experience from these competitions. Passions were running high in the children's tournament. None of the players were going to give up, and they did their best. The coaches were trying to give the necessary tactical subtleties to the footballers, and the parents were supporting their children. This year, our team with Vasily Marunyak won the first place of the Volkswagen Junior, and we are going to the Children's World Championship in Italy. And in 2 years, the guys of this year will take part here in the selected games. And now we are selecting whom to invite for the 2 years for the qualifying rounds for the selected Children World Championship for Volkswagen. Of course, the selection is very important for us. Especially with this purpose, we chose the age. We look for talented guys in Almaty and are going to train the team step by step. In the final tournament, the representatives of the club Jibek and Arslan met. In the major time, the winner was not identified because both teams distinguished with just 1 scored goal. And in the second series, post-match penalty, young footballers of Arslan were stronger and more successful. The game was tense and interesting. As you know, the penalty in football is like a lottery. Perhaps we are a bit successful. We took the first place. The tournament was good and exciting. Football was really showy. It was a good ceremony and the holiday for the children. The tournament gave children a great number of positive emotions. Now it is pleasant to dream about future wins. Everyone was confident. However, in real life, everything can be different. Someone can win and someone can lose. We didn't have these moments. We have a dream to win the first place in this tournament so that everyone can be happy. Thai boxing is one of the brightest and most aggressive types of Eastern martial arts. Martial arts, born approximately 2,000 years ago, today has thousands of followers all over the world. The motherland of this discipline is considered to be Thailand. The original name was Muay Thai, which in the Thai word means free, and it can be translated as free wrestling or as the fight of free men. Peculiarly, this typical type of sport is that the athletes during the fight react not only with their hands and legs as in boxing, but also their elbows and knees. That is enough dynamics and hard types of martial arts. In Kazakhstan, Thai boxing started developing in the 1990s, and today the local sportsmen demonstrate good results at an international level. One of the most serious representatives of Thai boxing in our republic is Raim Muratov. He is a man who can train with his fighting spirit and will go on to victory. When he was 21, Muratov won the title of the world champion of Thai boxing, although in school he was interested in another type of sport. In fact, in my school years, I thought that I would be engaged in basketball. But when I turned 17, as you know, life doesn't ask you. They changed another direction, and I mean in sports. Perhaps my mind has changed. Maybe in the depth of my mind I really loved martial arts. It turned out that there was something that I really liked. As they say, it was love at first sight. In just the first days of training, the future champion distinguished himself among his mates with his endurance, his will to win, and the desire to go forward.
Когда только пришел записываться, записался. Очень хороший человек, директор клуба.
When I came to register for the first time, there was a good man, the manager of the club. He asked me a question. "How long are you going to do it?" he said. Such a question is often asked because you know some people attend and train and then leave the club. There is a regular circulation. I didn't think much and I answered that I will be a world champion. He smiled and said, "Let's try."
Я так, знаете, недолго думая сказал, я стану чемпионом мира. А он улыбнулся и говорит, ну посмотрим.
Hard training brought its first fruits and results. Half a year after beginning in the classes, my first wins and defeats came to me. Raim was patient. Each loss was a lesson for him, because any mistakes motivated him to move forward to new victories.
Каждое поражение, которое я получил, их было не столько много, на самом деле.
Each defeat that I suffered made me improve myself. There were not many defeats, and they were in internal tournaments. On the contrary, I accepted each defeat, and sometimes I was lucky that I lost, because in other cases I could not notice my mistake.
Я воспринимал, знаете, так хорошо, что я проиграл, потому что выиграв, я бы не увидел этих ошибок.
To achieve his major goal, Muratov needed 4 years. In 2009, he went to the motherland of Muay Thai as a participant in the World Championship. And in this hard fight, he won the golden medal and the title of the champion.
Не видел других результатов перед собой, кроме как выиграть это соревнование, чемпионат мира, потому что это была цель моя.
I just couldn't imagine another result except winning in this competition, the World Championship, because it was a goal of my life at that time. Sometimes I was very exhausted and the coach made me jump and train. However, it was a good lesson for me. He motivated me, and he did not give me any second to relax. He made my negative thoughts go away.
Это, как потом уже стало известно, это к лучшему. То есть он мотивировал меня, не давал мне расслабляться ни на секунду. Гнал мои мысли прочь, плохие там.
Qualified fights on the way to the peak left their steps. Injuries, psychological and physical tiredness also reflected in every duel. The goal was to never give up.
Финальный бой я провел с представителем Швеции.
I fought with representatives of Switzerland in the final duel. It was a good fight, and I tried to follow his tactics. To tell the truth, I lost the first round according to the judge's notes. It is not because I didn't know what to do with him, I was just choosing the manner. I planned that in the first 2 rounds I would be observing him, and I started acting in the 3rd or 4th round on his errors, and I beat him. I did it. My tactics were perfect.
Начну действовать на его ошибках и перебивать его. И так я и выиграл, в принципе, все сработало, тактика была, значит, совершенно.
Coming back home, Muratov set a new goal. He decided to start working as a coach, and he started training his students. Thus, the sports club Asadun Pride appeared. Today, those who train with Raim Muratov are multiple champions of the Republic, medalists, and the World and Asian Championships.
Он очень замечательный спортсмен, он очень замечательный тренер. Для многих он является...
He is a brilliant sportsman. He is also a good coach. For many people, he is a coach, including me too. It combines the master of Thai bowing, one of the hardest sports, and at the same time, he is kind and generous.
Выставляю своих учеников, но любовь к рингу...
I am training my students and presenting them. But my love to the ring will never disappear. But now I try not to digress, especially on participation. Now I focus on the development of Thai boxing, the development of sport, and the development of culturally healthy nation. Raim Muratov is a person who found himself in sport, the hard and aggressive and men's type of martial art. The real fighter has chosen this way, and he cannot pass every day. Instead, he becomes stronger.